Hey guys, what's going on? So just wanted to show you guys that we did get the body control module for this 2020 F250, and if you put the key in, well, now we have a cluster. Radio comes on. I have not programmed it yet, so it's got just all the error messages. See if I can get through these real quick, so we don't have to keep hearing the error messages. And I'm gonna show you guys how to program this thing here in just a second. So I have FDRS hooked up to the vehicle, and it's just got to go through here and download all the vehicle information by VIN. Okay, well, it finally got through all of that, so now we're going to have to go and see that it's a 6.7, pull the VIN, pull everything else. So now you want to go to your toolbox, and it's going to have a lot of codes set. You can go over here to the search bar and type in BCM, and then there will be an option that says software updates. Yep, so sorry, I was trying to read that really quickly. So we want to go to BCM software update, and it's going to download that, and then we can run it. And once we run the function, it's going to download the vehicle software. And one thing to note, guys, I do have a power supply hooked up to this thing. You don't want to ever do any programming without the power supply hooked up. It's saying do not disconnect any cables, do not turn ignition off unless instructed. Do we want to continue? Yes. And I probably should have mentioned this before this point, but if you are this far in, you will need 2 keys. You cannot do anything forward with the powertrain control module, body control module, anything to do with the anti-theft without 2 keys. They don't have to be programmed to the vehicle. You can have 2 keys that fit in the ignition, and then you can program them to the vehicle after, but you will need 2 keys. So we're going to turn the ignition on, engine off, which it is. I'm going to tell it yes. And then it's going to attempt to program the body control module by pulling as build data from the network and then updating it to the latest software version. And while this is going, the dash is going to kind of come up and down and turn off and on as it goes. So just don't touch the key until it tells you. And then it's saying that, it's going to do block erase and some other things to just go ahead and start doing that programming function. So this may take a little while, so I'll bring you guys back once this is done. Okay guys, so I just finished doing the logic block and update. So now it wants the ignition off. Now it wants the key on. And now it's going to go through its configuration, and this will also take a few minutes, so I'll bring you guys back again here in just a minute. Okay guys, after it did the configuration, it's saying that it changed something with the tailgate release. I don't have access to whatever that is. I'm sure it still works, but we'll just inform the customer of that. So now we're going to tell it okay. Turn the ignition off again. Application finished. Tell it okay. So now we're going to go key on, and we're going to tell it that we want to do keys. Let me bring you guys back here in just a second for that after I get to the menu. Okay guys, so now we're going to go back to all over here and then search for BCM Programming. Going to download that function, and every function you do have to download with FDRS. It is not native to the tool, at least not with the aftermarket tools. Now here is stuff that I can't show you guys exactly. This is NASDIF. If you're not a part of that, you're going to have to be a part of it to do anything else. They'll set you up with your username, and then I don't know that it shows you anywhere without you just learning this yourself or calling and asking. But the password is you'll have to download a two-factor authentication app called Authy, and there is about a 20-30 second rolling code that it will generate. And once you enter all that, then you can get past this point, and then you'll have a D1 form that you'll have to fill out afterwards that has the customer's driver's license and insurance, proof of ownership, and everything else that it asks for, along with pictures or scans that you've made of that information to add to that and get it set up. If you don't, they will lock your account down, and it is quite a process to go through and get it renewed. So it's definitely better to have all that before you start. I already have all that, and I don't even do this programming unless I already have that. So let me get all this entered, and then I'll bring you guys back once we get to the next screen. Okay guys, so now we want to go to module initialization, do a parameter reset, select key on, which it still is. This vehicle has less than the minimum required number of keys programmed. This may cause the initialization process to fail. Do you wish to continue? Tell it no. Okay, we are going to tell it no, so we are going to have to add the keys first. So it's key off. Number of keys required by this vehicle is 2. So we're going to say program keys. Insert the key you want to be programmed and turn the ignition switch to on. Now it's going to do a security check. Request the security access. It's attempting to program the key. Now I did turn the key off, so I'm not sure if it's like the old FJDS where it'll cause issues if you turn the key off. I don't think so because it's connected to the network. All right, now it says turn the key off, which we did. Key is already programmed. Okay. Now we're going to say program key again. Insert the key to be programmed into the ignition switch and turn the key on. So we're going to swap keys. And we're going to tell it OK. And now it's going to do the same check. It's going to attempt to program the key. And these keys may stay programmed. The body control module may not be what holds the keys on these anymore. But it's still, a process I'm going to show you guys and that I always do just in case. Turn the switch off. Key is already programmed. All right, so let's see if we can start the car. As a no, I think we still need to do the parameter reset. Tell it yes. Ignition on. Requesting security access. Key off. Procedure completed. So now let's see if we can start the car. Okay, we can, and it starts. And it runs horribly. I don't know if it's picking that up on camera. That is not me shaking. That's the car, or that's the truck misfiring. So yeah, it does start. So we did fix the initial complaint, but oh my God, that is that's bad. That feels like a completely dead cylinder. I can't believe that hasn't just immediately set a check engine light yet. I'm going to at least get the scan tool, and because it takes too long to run this with FDRS, and it does not have all the same functions that a regular scan tool has, and I don't have for it IDS. So then we get a scanner and hook it up and just see if it sets any codes and look at the power balance real quick, and we'll see what the customer wants to do. But as far as the no start, no crank, nothing happens when you turn the key on, that part is fixed. So this is a separate diagnosis, guys. Okay, guys, I almost forgot I need to show you guys how to do the TPMS initialization. So you're going to go to search or go into BCM, and it's going to say tire pressure monitoring system initialization. Going to download that and run it. We're going to say, yes, we are connected to power. And we're going to say, you want to enable the TPMS sensor location training mode. If it'll focus. There we go. Yes, we're going to enable that mode. Ignition is on. Now you will need another tool. I have an Altel TPMS tool, so I'm going to go around and ping all the sensors once I get the tool booted up, and I'll show you guys that. Okay guys, so now we have a message that says train, well, it popped up there for a second. It says train left front tire. And you will need some sort of a tool. It does not have to be this one. This is the Altel ITS 600 Pro. This thing is awesome, and I love it. Again, not sponsored by anybody for anything. Wish I was. So now we just have to go around and trigger all the tires. And it should, every time you trigger one correctly, it should honk. So we're just going to go around really quick and do all 4 of these. Just hold it up to the TPMS sensor and hit trigger. And any tool that can ping a TPMS sensor will probably work for this. It does not have to be this one. It does not have to be the OE one. It just has to be done, or the BCM configuration will not be complete. Your TPMS sensors won't work. They won't read on the dash. And you will have BCM configuration codes that will not be cleared. Okay. So now if we get up to it quick enough, it should say training complete. Yeah, there we go, training complete. Okay. And so now it says, do not press continue until you have done all sensors. We have done all sensors. Turn key off. Key is off. And now we are going to go ahead and exit. And press OK. And so now I'll go ahead and just do it with FDRS. And that is not the button I meant to click. So now we're stuck in this. So it takes a few minutes, so let me get out of this, go back to scanning all DTCs, and just see what else may still be set. Okay guys, so this truck is fixed as far as the starting issue and the nothing happening when you turn the key on. So I did want to show you guys real quick, since it does run so poorly. Go ahead and start it and pull up our power balance. And show that cylinder 4 is completely dead. So if they decide to do any further diag, then we'll do that. And if not, the customer may just decide to come pick this truck up. So if there's nothing else after this, then that was it. And if not, then maybe we'll get some more diag out of it. Thanks for watching, guys.